talk to me like I'm a piece of lad.
This is for Hillary.
No, a lot of them. I'm not.
In Manchester, an early morning flight from Paphos has just touched down. It's within the EU, so passengers are entitled to bring back as much tobacco as they like, as long as they aren't receiving any money.
I see you got some cigarettes there.
Yeah.
Who are they for?
Well, for me,
Yeah.
and my brother-in-laws who smoke the tobacco.
All right. Are they just giving you the price that you paid for over there?
Az is surprised by the woman's honesty.
She's already explained to me that she's going to get the cost price for some of the goods, which, as an EU traveller, is not permitted because those who aren't travelling aren't entitled to that privilege.
Az gives her another chance to explain.
Can you identify what you're actually giving away to your friend, family?
Well, yeah, obvious.
Is it just the gold leaf yours? Are you giving any of the tobacco away to anybody?
No, I'm going to start rolling my own.
Have you ever rolled your own?
No.
So
You can buy machines.
you can?
I will give presents away as them, if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Are you saying to me that once you finish your cigarettes, you're going to start rolling?
No, I'll give
All right.
them as presents. Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
them off.
No, I'm not going to take them off. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying to me.
The woman now says she'll give away the tobacco as presents, which is fine, but she's still making things difficult.
Is this all your luggage?
Yeah,
Did you pack everything yourself?
yeah,
Do you understand what you can and can't bring into the country? Like,
yeah.
you can't bring any controlled drugs like indecent, obscene
No,
material,
well, I'll tell you, I
firearms.
have... Hurry up, just open
Yeah?
them
Do you
all
understand you
up.
can't bring them into the country?
No, I've got 10 guns in there, 14
Okay,
sure
now.
Stop that shotgun.
I hope you haven't.
You can take them, I'm
Okay.
not really...
Right, well, I don't want to take them off you, okay?
Az tries again to help the woman keep her tobacco.
But what I need you to understand is that when you bring goods in for somebody else, I asked you a question. The question was, are you just getting the cost price for the goods?
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, right, which is nice, and it's nice to be
Interesting, this, please.
straightforward about it.
I do
However,
want to know.
are you listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're not travelling with you, you can't receive any payment for the goods.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, well...
If
I'm
money
not-
is exchanged for these goods, that's not permitted.
I'm not selling them.
I know, but you're getting the cost price for the goods, aren't you?
No,
That's what you just said.
I didn't. I said they were presents.
Right. I asked you a question. I know what you said. You need to remember you can only bring in tobacco for yourselves.
Yourself.
Giving them away as gifts is not a problem. However, if you're getting cost price that you paid over there, that's not permitted.
Well, if I would have brought a lot more than that, wouldn't
Well,
I?
I don't know that. Just remember you
Sorry,
can't
Vic.
receive any. You can't receive
I
any
know.
payment.
I don't want
Do you know?
No one's got any money to pay me.
Finally, the message appears to have sunk in.
Quickest way out, straight down there, to the right, and then left. I asked her if she was receiving any payment for the goods. And she says, yes, she'll be receiving the cost price. She was a bit nervous, perhaps, coming back after such a long flight. Gave her the benefit of the doubt, because after a while she did change her story. She seemed happy by my decision. Hopefully she'll remember not to bring in goods for other people who aren't travelling with her.
In Manchester, UK border officers are on the lookout for people bringing in more than 200 cigarettes on a flight from Gran Canaria. They spot 2 bags full of cigarettes. Kevin puts them back on the carousel, giving the passengers the opportunity to declare the excess, using the phone provided in the customs red channel. Ignoring the signs, they walk through nothing to declare. And the passengers aren't happy to hear that the goods will now all be seized.
There's no signage and conveyor belt that says we have to go and pick a phone up. No, there's a. So there's nothing telling me to pick a phone up. When you walk in here. So can you categorically say I didn't go near that phone? I can do, yeah, because I watched it. I went round the back of the belt, I x-rayed the flight. I seen you pick up your bags off the belt, and I watched you walk towards the green channel. You never went anywhere near the goods to the clear channel. You walked straight into the green channel saying, yeah, not to be clear. Okay? It's going to be no tax. It's going to be seized from you today.
The red phones have been there for years, but the man's still hoping to bend the rules.
There you go. What's the crack here?
As the officers already said, there's signs out there.
No, there's nothing that says we have to pick a phone up though, is there?
Come on. We can't, there's nothing we can do. If you'd have declared them at the red point, you could have paid the dues.
Of course there's something you can do.
It's not.
No, I've never brought anything back in my life.
Now other passengers decide to get involved.
No reason because they love to
It's not
You're not talking to you, mate. I'm talking to you. Well, I'm not listening to you.
Right, I'll just show you the red point where the gentleman that's just been very abusive to us about not having the opportunity to declare the cigarettes. This is where he should have come. Bringing in excess goods, you should declare them at the red point. The gentleman's argument was there was no staff behind the red point. We tried explaining that there's a red phone there for him to use, and he said, well, he shouldn't have to do that. There's no signs telling you to do that. And there quite clearly is. It says there, goods to declare, you must speak to an officer or make your declaration using the red telephone. So, he's not got a leg to stand on, I'm afraid.
And now the man decides to turn nasty.
The fact that, you know, you've got an asshole like you, and you've got a manager who's got no discretion, you're not going to be sweeping the floor.
Unfortunately, that's the way people get. It's just they get upset because they're having a cigarette seized from them.
After 2 hours, the men are starting to test the officer's patience.
There you go. That is my argument.
Right. Whether it goes to appeal or not, he won't get his cigarettes back.
Okay.
You won't get your cigarettes back because you've entered the goods nothing to declare channel, stating that you've got nothing to declare. And I followed you straight to the green channel.
Dad, just it. Can't be with it. It's just job worse.
Well, I was going to say that we've got more pressing things to do than stand here arguing with you.
I couldn't agree with you more.
The already tense exchange is about to escalate.
Again, you need to just learn that you learn what? Learn. Like, why
Are you my
why
dad?
are you talking like that?
Don't talk to
Why are
me
you
like I'm
talking
a
like
piece
that?
of lad.
Yeah, hold on, you're the one you were talking to us like looking so.
Laughing for no reason. Don't
is he
try
not
to tell me
entitled-
what
is he
to
not
do. Yo,
entitled-
don't try to tell me what to do. Stand up.
He's having a conversation.
I'll tell you now, you'll have less of that now, otherwise I'll arrest you and I'll have you upstairs.
Right, let's
So
just...
pack it in now.
And they were getting quite abusive, and it was getting to the stage where we thought they might be having to arrest them for obstruction or even assault. But it was getting close to them. It looked like they were going to lash out. Right, I've not been rude or abusive job. I've tried to be... Luckily, we talked them round and they've left in the end, but I'm not very happy. They've had the cigarettes seized. Just straight down there and then round to your left.
The illegal cigarettes will now be destroyed. This afternoon, luggage is being scanned from a Lithuanian flight. And Officer Hazel finds one bag on the X-ray, which he suspects contains a large quantity of cigarettes.
If the cigarettes have originated in the European Union, their allowance is 3,200. If they're non-EU cigarettes, they're only entitled to 200. So we have to work out where those cigarettes have come from. But until we speak to the passengers, we won't know.
Once the bag is identified, it's placed back on the carousel for the passenger to pick it up. Officers will observe closely to see who collects it and then stop them for questioning.
Hello there. Hello. Where have you just flown in from? Just bring your bag. Are you travelling together?
Yes.
Yes, just bring your bags over here for me for a minute, please. Sorry. Do you have your passports, please?
Yes.
Do you speak English?
No.
Only one of the women speaks English, so she'll act as a translator for a friend.
And she lives in Lithuania.
Do you have anything to declare to customs?
No.
Do you have any alcohol, cigarettes or tobacco
Yes,
that you've
I
bought?
have alcohol.
Okay. Can you ask her if she has any alcohol?
No, she doesn't have any alcohol.
What about cigarettes or tobacco?
Yes, she has cigarettes.
Oh, right, okay. How many?
She has about 10 cartons.
10 cartons. Okay, let's have a quick look.
Hazel knows from the X-ray that the passengers are lying about the number of cigarettes they're carrying, so she checks their suitcases for the evidence. If the cigarettes have been bought outside of the EU, they'll all be seized.
Where did you buy these? In Lithuania?
But the writing on the packets, along with the way in which the cigarettes have been packed, makes Hazel think otherwise.
Why have you done this? I'm just wondering why she's wrapped them up in bras and things in her underwear.
The 10 cartons the women declared they're carrying is a gross underestimate.
4,500.
Well, it's got 880.
But it's not just the quantity that's concerning Hazel.
I don't think that's Lithuanian writing. We will check.
Translating the writing on the packets will give officers an idea about where the cigarettes have come from.
Look up nicotine.
Okay.
The writing on the packets looks Russian.
So that nicotine is the Russian version. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look Russian.
Naughty people, they're Russians.
The goods will be seized from the women. unless they can prove they purchased them within the EU.
These are Russian cigarettes. That means that you're only entitled to bring in 200 of them.
But we bought them in Lithuania. Sorry.
You don't have the receipt, though.
I understand, but I didn't know that I need to have receipt.
So how much did you pay for all these?
Oh, you mean parcel or that?
Well, for all of them. If you bought them all at the same time, you'd know how much you'd spend.
No, we didn't buy at the same time.
You see, if you don't have the money to buy them all at once, that suggests to me that you're bringing them here to sell them to make money.
No, she didn't.
Well, that's how it comes across to us as customs officers. So here you've got 4,800. How long will that take us to get through those?
Few months.
But Hazel has spotted something else that adds more doubt to the story.
The number on the side here is exactly the same on all of these.
On all of them.
That would lead me to believe that you bought them all at the same time and that you bought them all in the same place.
4,000. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
so
4.
now she's bought them all at the same time, has she? So now you're changing your story.
I didn't have any story, okay?
You told me that she bought them on different days, and now you've just spoken to her again, and now you're changing what you're telling me. You can't expect me to believe you now. Because of the things you've told me and the things that we found out, we are seizing the cigarettes from you, okay? Seizing yours from you, seize your cigarettes from you. We believe that you're bringing them here to sell. If you can provide me with the paperwork that proves that you bought them in Lithuania and that they're tax paid, that's a different matter.
Tell you, I don't have anybody in Lithuania who still have my receipts, okay?
The threat of losing her cigarettes is making the woman argumentative.
Saying that I can bring 3,200.
That's if you bring them in from a European Union country, and that's where those cigarettes have originated from. These
But
haven't. These are Russian cigarettes.
But we bought them in Lithuania, okay? And we bring
But
them.
you need to prove that to me.
Okay.
Personally, I think they're probably here to sell them. They're insisting that that's not the case, but she kept changing the things that she was saying to me about how and when they'd bought them, what quantities they'd bought them in, so none of it really made any sense, and she got quite cross by the end of it, I think. It's the way it goes. They're seized, so if she wants to complain, she can do.
In Gatwick, officers are x-raying the bags off a flight from Turkey. But straight away, the officers find over 4,000 cigarettes. They then head upstairs to see who collects the bags. They watch as the passengers walk straight through nothing to declare. It's at this point the offence has been committed.
You've come into the green nothing to declare channel,
Yep.
which means you've got no more than 1 litre of spirits each, one packet of 200 cigarettes each, as long as you're over 17.
Well, we've got 200 cigarettes, but
How many have you got?
I've got 2,000 myself. And you've got 2,000 of our own brain.
We just
It's
have a
a
quick look in your back.
clear-cut
Steve.
offence, and the man won't be happy with the result.
By coming into the green channel over the allowances, you have committed an offence.
Right, go for it.
So, because you've come into the green channel, the penalty will be today is for me to seize all the cigarettes from you.
Take the don't you?
No.
If I can go over to France,
Yeah, but France.
I can legally go over to France with a 7.5 tonne lorry, fill it up with one make of come through legally, and I can't be done for it. Doesn't matter how many you bring through.
Yeah, but that is because it's
Europe.
going to Europe and tax has been paid into Europe. By buying them in Turkey, it's outside the European.
Turkey.
Yeah, but not to the European Union.
That was our fault.
Yeah, but the problem is you've come.
Turkey's in Europe.
Turkey's not in the European Union,
Turkey's in Europe.
but it's not in the European Union.
Well,
And by not being in the European Union, that means tax is not paid into the European Union, which is why you have an allowance of 200.
The man
Anything over
thinks he
that
knows his
must be declared
geography,
in the red
but he
channel.
clearly doesn't know the law.
but you
It's as
better
simple
arrest
as
me
that.
because I'm taking your with me.
You won't be taking your cigarettes with you.
Who's stopping me?
Go all the way through.
No,
No.
At the end of the
Fair
day,
enough, but I'm not being rude. Like,
at the end of the day, it's
You
my
should give us
hard-earned
the
money.
best
It's bought them, and she wants to take them so they can
we should be able
chuck
to
them in
now
the
pay the
incinerator.
tax.
It's
on
wrong.
them. We've said, OK, that's fair enough, hands up. We'll pay the tax.
Totally
That's
wrong.
unfair.
Yeah, but you've committed an offence. But
It's
you've
not
committed an
an
offence by coming into the green channel. It's an outright offence.
Where they come from?
Turkey.
Turkey. You're at 200
In the
each.
European,
That's it.
I've come from Europe.
Makes no
But
difference.
not the European Union.
200
It's a difference.
is what
The
your
man
limit is.
decides to take
Turkey's
the law
outside
into
the
his own
EU.
hands.
I'm going round the red channel, sorry.
No, you're too
No.
late. Come down there.
You've come into the green channel.
Right, I'll take them.
No.
200 are allowed to be mine.
No,
You've
by
just said
coming
I'm
into
allowed 200.
but by coming
You've
into
lost
the
them.
by coming into the
Give me the
channel.
paperwork, arrest me. No, them. A lot of them. I'm not. This is my own money. It's my own money, which I've got ended up from. This was a family holiday. I paid for it from my Danny Grant's deathbed legacy, and they're going to take even more money from me. Bad enough, the government ripping you off and inheritance tax and every other tax, and then these do the same.
Taking cigarettes from tired passengers can often boil over into angry confrontations. Sam hopes she's seen the last of this man's temper.
Back down, mate. I'm not going to anyone. Because if I did, it would be you looking at me like that. Believe you me, you'd be on your with it. Well, he's standing there.
There's cigarettes at the end of the day. Let them do what they want to do. We're going to burn them anyway. Forget about it.
Well, we were going to burn them one by one.
Forget about it.
The gentleman wasn't too happy about the fact that I was seizing his cigarettes, but it is a right offence coming in from Turkey. You are only allowed one packet of 200 cigarettes. You have to be over the age of 17. And they were in very much in excess of their allowances.
Good evening.
It was until we met you.
At Gatwick Airport, a flight has just arrived from Antigua. Suitcases from the flight are unloaded and checked by sniffer dogs before passengers collect them in the terminal. One female passenger from the flight has raised suspicion. After passing through immigration, she was seen changing her clothes in the toilets. So UK Border Agency officer George has stopped her for questioning.
She actually changed outfits from when I saw her down by immigration when she was getting her passport swiped. When talking to her in the channels, she actually said that it's because she had a long journey and she had some soggy clothes which she needed to change out of. It's a suspicious activity. Normally people would just wait.
George carries out a routine search of the woman's bags.
When she went upstairs, I noticed that she had a carry-on holdall, which sometimes they can actually sneak drugs through their holdalls.
The holdall and its contents are taken away to be x-rayed. Officers will be looking for any hidden concealment. George continues his search of the woman's suitcase.
Yeah, that's okay.
The holdall gets the all clear, but the woman's laptop looks decidedly suspicious.
On the X-ray, it's sort of uneven. As it goes in, it shows that there may be something inside. Yeah.
With concerns there may be drugs hidden in the laptop, it's taken away to a workshop to be properly assessed.
Okay, what's happened? Yeah, we've got a clear image and it shows.
It may seem brutal, but the only way to find out if it does contain anything illegal is to break it open. It looks like their hunch was right. Officers discover a package they suspect to be drugs, stuffed inside the laptop. A simple test will be able to confirm their suspicion.
All he's doing now is splitting it to take a small sample, which we can test on this cocaine reagent here, which will give us an indication as to what type of drug it is.
The reagent will turn blue if the substance is cocaine.
It is there.
With a positive identification for cocaine, the news is now broken to the woman.
We've carried out an examination of your laptop and we have found a white substance hidden behind the screen. We've carried out a field test for cocaine, which has come up positive. So the time is 10:19. We're arresting you on suspicion of being involved in the importation of controlled drugs. You do not have to say anything. I'm not. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention one question, something which you later rely on your court. Do you understand?
As she's led off for further questioning, officers take this opportunity to use the cocaine as a training aid for sniffer dogs.
We try and educate the dogs on live concealment because we can't replicate that. You know, they've spent a lot of effort to sort of hide that concealment in that laptop. We just can't do that with our training samples. So now the dog's sort of learning curve's just shot right up.
With the game now well and truly up, the woman's attitude begins to change.
This is for Hillary.
She may be laughing now, but all that awaits her is an empty cell. Officers stay with the woman while her belongings are checked in, and she's informed of her rights.
I just need you to sign on that top line for me, please.
Meanwhile, George inspects the cocaine concealment further.
There's a lot of work which has gone into this. This would be actually considered a deep concealment. For a rudimentary way of trying to, I suppose, disguise it from an X-ray was by covering it in foil, but obviously it hasn't worked.
Right, just want to take your shoes off and put them here.
As the woman is checked into her cell, she starts to vent her frustration.
And if you do need us, in here. Just listen to me. Let us know if you need anything else.
Would you like to see the part of the block with the film, right? You want to see that part?
That's it. She's getting a bit upset now. When she was stopped, even when her computer was being x-rayed and everything, she was quite calm. But everyone's different. Everyone reacts in different ways, so there is no way you can spot a drug smuggler, is it? They come in all shapes and sizes.
One thing left to find out is the weight of the drugs.
So it's coming in at around about 530 grams. So depending on its purity, it could actually be quite substantial.
With an estimated value of £25,000, it's been a very successful day for the officers. Less so for the woman, who will have plenty of time to contemplate her actions.